Okay, so hey there guys. So today's video is going to be a kind of random selection of hauling makeup. I have stuff from Ulta, I have stuff from CVS, Target, Marshalls, Colourpop. So it's just an array of stuff. Most of the products are from Ulta. I've been shopping a lot more at Ulta lately because they have other brands that I'm curious to try that I wanted to share with you guys. I was going to record this haul last night, but I didn't know how late I was going to be out. Sorry if my highlight looks a little bit yellow from the front, but it doesn't from the side. It looks a little bit darker on my skin tone because it is nighttime. I usually don't film hauls at night. I wanted to film this haul last night when I got home, but I was actually out with my best friend the past 2 days, so I wasn't able to film it last night. So I have a few things from Ulta that I'm going to share with you guys that I got before I got everything else online. I did get a few things in store that I'm going to share with you. So let's just jump right in. I do have some clothing items as well. I probably will end up sharing that with you guys as well, but we're obviously going to share the makeup first. I have a lot more makeup items in this haul than I did in my last one. I had mostly primers and concealers and stuff. This is a little bit more interesting. I picked up some highlighters, a few blushes, two foundations, a couple of concealers. So let's dive in. So we're going to talk about some products from Flower Beauty first. I wasn't interested in trying this brand for a long time until about a couple of weeks ago because I was like, you know what, I really should try out some of Drew Barrymore's makeup. Drew Barrymore is the founder of Flower Beauty, and she had recently done a few videos with some YouTubers that kind of intrigued me to pick up some of the products. She did like a video with Nikki Tutorials, with Carly Bible, with Tati, and every time I saw them use the makeup with her, it really like kind of intrigued me to try the brand. So I wanted to pick up a few items from Flower Beauty. So the first thing that I got is the Flower Light Illusion Luminous Makeup Nude Skin Feel All Day Wear Broad Spectrum SPF 18 Sunscreen Foundation in the shade Porcelain L1. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's a really nice, substantial, heavy bottle. I actually really like the packaging. And it also comes with a pump. As you guys can see, I have been using it. So this foundation is really nice on the skin. It's a really nice shade for me. I actually really do like it. It's just not good for all day wear. I noticed that it does start to break down after a few hours, but it is nice for a few hours on the skin. I would say about 4 or 5 hours, and then after that it starts to break up. I kind of have the same feeling about the foundation that I wore today, which I am going to share with you guys, but I am going to keep on testing out this foundation because this is a brand new foundation that I tested out today. This one I've tested out about 5 or 6 times now, and I do like it. But I would say I would not wear this for all day wear. But it is a nice foundation on the skin. Makes it look really dewy on the skin. It looks really nice with the L'Oreal Magic Lumi primer. And I also did film a full first impressions on the Flower Beauty products. So I will be uploading that video right after this one. But I wanted to haul everything first. And I did test it out for the first time in that video. So this is the first product that I got. The next thing is another cream product, but I was really interested in trying this one as well. This is the Flower Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. Weightless Feel Crease Proof Softly Angled Tip for precise application. And I got it in the shade L12 Fair. So this is what the packaging looks like. I do like that it comes with an outer packaging. I really do appreciate that. So the foundation claims to be all day wear, and the concealer says it's supposed to be crease proof. So it says introducing Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer, a soft focus blurring concealer with high performance coverage. The weightless formula instantly diminishes the appearance of imperfections, fine lines, and signs of fatigue for a flawless, luminous look. Our creamy texture blends seamlessly like a second skin with a lightweight feel. The eye area is visibly brightened with a soft touch of light. I just wanted to read it, all the claims, just to make sure I hit all the right cons about this concealer because I'm actually really not a fan of it, but I am going to show you guys what it looks like. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's really nice, really simple. It's kind of like a plastic tube, which is a little bit cheap to me because I feel like they kind of feel like both like heavy plastic. Like I don't really believe that this is glass. It's probably like a heavy plastic. This one isn't the same. It's definitely a plastic, but this is what the packaging looks like. It says the Light Illusion Concealer on the side, and then it has the shade name on the bottom, and then this is what the applicator looks like. It's like a tipped doe foot applicator. Now, my problem with this concealer is that it looks beautiful when you first apply it. It applies really nicely. It blends really nicely. It definitely feels like a unique kind of concealer. It definitely like does not feel like anything else I've ever tried before. It has a very creamy feeling. It feels so nice, but it creases so fast. Like right after you set it, I feel like it creases right away. So I'm not really a fan of that. I'm wearing the Colourpop one today, and honestly, I really don't get like super creasing with that concealer. With this one, I got it like right away. And I noticed it like from the first time that I used it. After I used it for the first time, I saw that there was creasing, and I'm just like, I'm really not a fan of it. So I'm probably going to return this because I really don't like it. So I really haven't worn it for a few days. The last time I wore it, I was like, I've determined that I really just don't like it. I'm so picky with concealers lately, and this one is a more pricey concealer that it's just not worth me keeping. And I'm probably going to return the L'Oreal Infallible one as well because I don't like that one either because that one has zero coverage. At least this has coverage, but it creases like crazy. So that's a no-go for me. Now let's get into some powder products, and I'm actually a fan of all of these products, so let's get into these. So I heard that these were probably like her best product in her line, so I was really intrigued on trying at least one of them. So this is the Flower Pots Powder Blush, soft satin finish, easy to blend, buildable color in the shade Peach Primrose. So this is what the packaging looks like, and it says naturally radiant cheeks that are as pretty as a petal. Flower Pots Powder Blush blends on smooth and silky, enhancing your skin tone with a healthy flush of color. So this is the peachy shade, and this was the first peach shade that I picked up, but I did pick up a few blushes in this haul. I don't know, I just wanted to try a few blush formulas, so I didn't pick up that many. I picked up 4 blushes. That's really not too many, but like I feel like I just need to try some new blush formulas. So these are all pretty much 2 of them are brand new formulas because I had never tried anything from Flower before. So obviously I hadn't tried the blush formula, but I've heard really good things about the blushes. They were actually the best of Allure last year. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's so cute with the little flower. It kind of reminds me of Milani packaging, but this is called Flower Beauty, so it's not like they're really copying them. And then it says Flower Pots, I was about to say power because I read flower and powder together. So yeah, it's been a long day. Flower Pots Powder Blush in the shade Peach Primrose. So this is what the color looks like. It's a really pretty peachy color, obviously. And this is it's not super buttery, but it is super pigmented. Like, look at that. And then this is what the blush looks like. So this is so beautiful on the skin. It is super pigmented, so it glides onto the skin. And these last such a long time on your skin, like you barely need to reapply them. So I was really impressed with this formula, and it blends really nicely. This one, you don't have to be too careful with, because this one, like, it is buildable color, but it's not like super duper pigmented, but it has a really nice pigment to it, and it just glides on the skin. So I definitely am a fan of the blush. So that one is actually really, really nice. I was actually like kind of inclined to pick up another shade of those because I did like it so much, but I was like, nah, I'm just going to stick with the one. So I am a fan of the blush. I think the powder products are better than her liquid products, like 100%, because the foundation, again, it's not good for all day wear. So, and lately I've been wearing my foundation like all day because I stayed out all day today and all day yesterday. So then the next thing that I got was literally strictly because of Kathleen Lights. A lot of things that I picked up in this video was because of Kathleen Lights, just because I love her. And she really does intrigue me to buy a lot of products. But she said that this was like her absolute favorite products from Flower Beauty, so I had to try it. So this is the Flower Beauty Shimmer and Strobe highlighting palette. So these are the 3 shades that come in the palette. So this is obviously a highlighting palette. I mean, duh, of course I had to try a highlighter from the brand because you guys know I can't ever stay away from highlighter. So I'm not going to read the whole description, but these don't have shades, which is kind of weird. But these are the 3 colors that it comes with. So it opens up like this, and then these are the 3 colors in the palette. And it comes with this little brush, which honestly I haven't even used, but I probably will start using this. I kind of want to try it out. But these are the 3 shades in the palette. So it comes with a really pretty pearl white color. Like, not really like a pearl, like kind of like a champagne-y kind of color. Then this is a pink, obviously, and then a gold. And honestly, you guys, this is one of the best highlighting formulas I have tried lately. It is so beautiful on the skin. These are so creamy. They're kind of like a cream to powder formula, and they are so gorgeous on the skin. Like, they apply so smoothly. I cannot believe how beautiful these were. Like, look how intense those are. I did swatch with my left hand, which I never do, but I will try and build it up a little bit more for you guys. I don't know why I swatch with my left hand. Usually I always swatch with my right. So those are the colors. Look how beautifully intense those are. These just glide onto your cheeks. They melt into your skin, and they are so beautifully intense. I'm not wearing them today. I'm wearing other highlighters that I'm going to talk about. But honestly, these are my favorite highlighters probably in this haul, besides another palette that she got me to buy as well. Because I can't stay away from anything that Kathleen Lights tells me to buy. Like, usually, I'm really only like that if it's like something I'm really interested in trying. Like, not everything, but there's like 4 or 5 products in here I bought just because of her. But these are so gorgeous, and a lot of people said that like the Galaxy palettes and stuff like that were not as good as this, and honestly, like, I would never try any of those other ones because like a lot of the other videos that I watched before I picked up anything from Flower, I wanted to watch like a few reviews of the brand before I picked up some stuff. Kathleen Light said that this was like her favorite thing. So like, but I've been wanting to try this for a while, and I was like, I knew I wanted to get it, and this is so gorgeous, you guys. I love this palette. It's so pretty. I've worn it a few times, and I usually mix the shades together. Like, I mix these 2 shades, or I mix the gold and the white, and that's mostly how I've been wearing it, and they're just so gorgeous on the skin. So I've worn this like 4 times already, and it really is gorgeous. Beautiful formula. That is such a gorgeous, that's like the hidden gem of the line. It's so amazing. And then the last thing that I got, I picked up a lipstick, I know, but I really, really wanted to try this shade. I only picked up 2 lipsticks in this haul. So I saw Carly Bible wear this, and also Tati in her video, so I really wanted to try it out. And also Drew Barrymore talks about this as being her favorite nude ever. She wears it like all the time. So you know what, I really wanted to pick it up, and plus it was sold out online anyway, so obviously it's like a super popular shade. So this is the Flower Beauty 020 Naked Blush Matte Lipstick, and this is what the packaging looks like. So it has a clear top, and then it says the color name on the bottom, Naked Blush, and then this is what the tube looks like. It's gold with white, and then this is the actual lipstick. Now, you guys might be surprised, but I've actually worn this lipstick 3 times already, and that is a big deal for me. It is so hard for me to test out new lipsticks, but honestly, I kind of felt like my body was ready to try out some new lipsticks, so I really wanted to try this out. I don't know, I was very intrigued on trying it. So this is the shade, and again, you guys, this is gorgeous on the lips. It has a really beautiful formula. It is matte, but it's really nice and comfortable on the lips, and it's such a pretty shade. So I've worn this a couple times to work, and honestly, it's super comfortable on the lips, and it just glides on. It's a really nice formula. It kind of reminds me of the Urban Decay Comfort Mattes. I would probably say they're very similar to that formula if you guys were interested in trying them and what they feel like. So beautiful on the lips. I definitely love the lip products as well. So that is everything from Flower Beauty. Now I'm going to share the rest of the stuff from Ulta so we can finish up that stuff. So I did place an order online, and I bought a couple of products. I could have bought some of these in store, but my I'm just going to take them out of the box. My ULTA doesn't carry Milani, and they also don't carry MAC in my store, and I bought 2 things from Milani and 1 thing from MAC. Just so I could get the points, and also because I've been wanting to try this stuff for a while. So I got 2 products from Milani. So the first product that I got was the Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade Dolce. And the reason why I got this is because, again, Kathleen Lights talks about this being like one of her all-time favorite bronzers, and so does Young, Wild, and Polished, so I really, really wanted to try it. So this is what the outer packaging looks like. It's basically the same as their blushes, and then this is the actual bronzer. Now, it's a baked bronzer, so that's why it has that raised kind of packaging, and it has like a really pretty pattern in it, and it actually smells really good, too. It has like a little bit of a scent and kind of smells like baby powder, but it smells really, really good. So this is the bronzer, and I'm wearing it today, and I've been wearing it basically since I've gotten it a few times. I've worn it like 3 or 4 times already. It's a very light bronzer, and it actually really reminds me of the formula of the Too Faced Sweet Tea bronzer. It's a little bit lighter than that, but this is so pretty, you guys. Like, it's so pretty as just like a light summertime bronzer, and that's basically all I was looking for, was just like another option to be like a light bronzer in the summertime, because I always live in my Sweet Tea bronzer or the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. But this is really pretty, and I really have been liking this. So I have worn this a few times, and it's really nice on the skin. So I got that, and then I also got this from Milani, which again, Kathleen Lights raved about this in one of her favorites videos, and I really like the Milani highlighter formula, and I only have 1 highlighter from them, but I really wanted to try this palette out. So this is the Milani Rose Glow Stellar Lights highlighter palette, and this is what the packaging looks like. Look how pretty this is. Isn't it so pretty? And I love how the waves go up and down. I just think that's such a pretty touch. So this shade is Pearl, this shade is Golden Quartz, and this shade is Rose Gold. So these are the 3 shades, you know, uncovered and everything. Look how pretty those are. I was afraid when I got this palette that it was going to be too dark for me, because I was like, you know, this shade is kind of dark. But I actually have been swirling all of them together, and you guys, I mean, it's not like the smoothest palette. This one's actually a little bit more buttery, the white one, than the other 2. But these are hella intense, and they are so pretty. I actually really like this formula as well. They're really nice on the skin. So I knew I wasn't going to be disappointed with this, because I love Milani highlighters. So that's the Pearl. This is, Milani just makes really good products. Golden Quartz and Rose Gold. So those are the 3 shades. Look how gorgeous those are. And I like barely dipped my finger in, and look how pigmented they are. So these are beautiful. I've worn this a couple times, like twice. And at both times I really liked how it looked on the cheeks. It's very intense. Not like crazy intense, but a beautiful, sheeny, intense highlight. So pretty on the cheeks. So I really am a fan of that as well. Okay, then the next thing that I got is actually a L'Oreal blush. I've never tried any L'Oreal blushes before. And again, Kathleen Lights was raving about this color in her favorites videos lately, so I really wanted to try this blush as well. She's been raving about 2 colors from this new collection from L'Oreal. So this is the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted Scented Blush in the shade Bashful. So this is what the outer packaging looks like. Wow, I was about to just open it and show it to you without showing you the outer packaging, but this is the outer packaging. It's really cute and pretty, and then it says actually it doesn't say the shade name on the back. It just says like the ingredients and says Enchanting Fruit Scented Blush. So obviously, the first thing that comes to mind when you see this blush or see that it's peach scented is that you kind of think about the Too Faced Sweet Peach blush. I mean, that's what I think about. But I actually think that this blush smells better. It has a nice peachier scent, and what's funny is that I'm wearing a lot of Too Faced Peach products today. I'm wearing the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette on my eyes, and I'm also wearing the Sweet Peach gloss. I'm not wearing the blush today. I'm wearing a different blush, which we will get into. But this is the shade Bashful. Look how pretty it is. It's kind of very similar to the Too Faced Sweet Peach blush, and what's funny is that I still haven't swatched both of them next to each other, and I'm surprised a lot of people haven't to see if they're dupes. But, you know, maybe it is a dupe for like a fraction of the price. So there is a mirror in the bottom of the compact, and then this is the actual blush. Now, this actually doesn't swatch very well at all. It's actually really a lot nicer on the cheeks, but this is a finger swatch, so you can see it a lot better on my fingers. But when I swatch it on my hand, it's not very pigmented, but you can see it there. And it's like a nice, pretty, peachy, glowy blush, and it is really nice on the cheeks. I actually was a fan of this too. It's nice. It's not like too pigmented. It's nice and buildable, so I did really like this too. So that is a nice blush as well. And then the last thing that I got from Ulta, and then we can move on to some other things, is a MAC lipstick. Now, I know I don't need any more lipsticks in my collection, but I keep on seeing, I believe her name is Roxette Arisa on YouTube. I love her channel. Let me just make sure that that's the right name before I actually talk about the lipstick. But she always talks about this MAC lipstick as being her all-time favorite nude. So I was like, you know what? I kind of need to get this lipstick because she always talks about it. Yeah, Roxette Arisa. She has like 800,000 subscribers or something. She is so bomb at makeup. She is so pretty. And I actually got turned on by her because of Madison Miller, because I love Madison Miller as well. They're both great YouTubers, and they're kind of like best friends on YouTube. And also, Amy Macedo started talking about this lipstick in her current favorites video, so I was like, okay, I need to pick it up. And for me, I want to collect all of the matte nude lipsticks from MAC because I absolutely love them. Like whatever's in the permanent line. Not anything that's like special edition, but just anything that's in the permanent line. So I wanted to add this one. So this is the MAC matte lipstick in the shade Naturally Transformed. And I really wanted to get this. So it says Naturally Transformed on the bottom. This is like the only full price item in this video that's like high end. But honestly, again, MAC isn't too expensive. So it's not really a big deal. It's like $18. So it's a decent price for a lipstick. So this is what the packaging looks like. Obviously, the MAC basic packaging, and then it says Naturally Transformed on the bottom. And then this is what the shade looks like. So for me, I do really like this lipstick, obviously, because it's MAC, and I absolutely love the lipstick formula of the MAC matte lipsticks, but this isn't really my kind of nude. I actually really like this to wear with a gloss, and I have been pairing it with a gloss every time I wear it, but actually at night it looks really pretty rather than during the day, because I feel like for me during the day this kind of washes me out a little bit since it's very like a mustardy kind of nude, so it's kind of can wash me out a little bit. So I've been pairing it with a gloss, and it looks a lot better because the gloss like kind of like makes it a little bit more of a warmer type of nude on me. I just want to put some stuff away before I talk about anything else. So that is pretty much everything from Ulta. But this is a really nice lipstick. I've actually worn it 2 times already. I was wearing it yesterday, and I thought I was just gonna come home from work yesterday. I cannot speak and just record a haul, but then my best friend says she was on the island. So yeah, that is that lipstick. So that is everything from Ulta. So I told you guys I had the most from Ulta. So now let's move on to some other things. Okay, let's just talk about the 2 things from CVS really quick. So I did pick up another product from Physicians Formula because I wanted to get the $10 extra bucks. But then the extra bucks never sent to my card, and honestly, I kind of got too lazy to call CVS about it. And I've been having problems with my extra bucks card where I don't get the extra bucks that I earn when I'm spending what's, you know, the right amount of money that's being offered for the brands. Like for Physicians Formula, it was spend $15, get $10 extra bucks, and I was like, I want to use that to put towards another product. But the last extra bucks that I had gotten was the $8 extra bucks for CoverGirl. They applied that in the store for me, but I didn't want to argue with them and ask them to apply the $10 one for Physicians Formula because they told me I have to call if I'm having a problem with that. So I'm going to have to call eventually, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet because I still didn't receive the $10 extra bucks for this Physicians Formula. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it keeps on telling me on my extra bucks card that I need $2 to reach this goal, and then it'll just refresh and say I need another $2 to reach this goal, but it won't give me the $10 after I had already reached it the last time. I'm like, is it just carrying over from another purchase? Like, it shouldn't matter. It should still give me the $10 that I earned spending it on 2 products. But I was like, you know what, whatever. So I got the Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter, Cream to Powder Highlighter in the shade Pearl. I keep on saying every single time I talk about Champagne in my favorites video, because it's literally like my go-to highlighter, that I wanted to pick up another shade in these. So I picked up this shade because the other 2 shades were pink. I was honestly wishing that one of the shades was, you know, like a champagne-y kind of color, like not a gold, but like the Milani shade that I showed you guys that was called Pearl, and the highlighting palette that I just showed you, I wanted a shade like that. So this is the Pearl shade. So this is what the packaging looks like, and then it says Pearl on the back, and then this is the actual highlighter. So this one's kind of like a pinky, a white kind of pinky shade. And honestly, it's kind of getting a little bit of a funky smell. Honestly, it's kind of smelling a little bit like the Champagne one that I have now. And I've had that one for a few months, and this one's a brand new one. I honestly think they should put a seal on these, because since it's a scented product, it might like have been opened from somebody else if somebody wanted to look at it, and it might have gone bad. But it's performing just fine, and it performs just like the Champagne shade that I already own, but I still prefer the Champagne shade more than this one. But this one is really gorgeous as well. But I can't get away from the Champagne shade. But this is the Pearl shade. So look how pretty it is. It's like white and pink. But it's not like too pink, so I feel like it's still wearable with like more neutral looks, and it doesn't look too pink. It's a very unique shade. So I really love it, of course, because I love that Physicians Formula highlighting formula, so I knew I was going to love this as well. So that is that highlighter, and I'm so glad I picked that out. It's so beautiful on the cheeks as well, but I still prefer the Champagne one over that one. And then the last thing that I got from CVS, again, I got this because of Kathleen Lights. I wasn't going to pick up this blush, but they got this blush in like last week at my CVS finally, because the last time I picked up a blush from this brand, they still didn't have it. They were sold out of it for like months, and they finally restocked it like last week. So I got the Burts Bees blush in the shade Bare Peach. She always talks about this blush with toasted cinnamon, that I really wanted to get this one as well. So this one is the shade Bare Peach. Again, it's a peach blush. I wore this yesterday, and it actually was really nice on the cheeks. These Burt's Bees blushes are super pigmented. So this one is Bare Peach. Again, it's just basically a basic peach shade. So that one is that shade. And I've been wanting this for the longest time anyway, because when I picked up Toasted Cinnamon, I wanted this one too, and then they didn't have it when I got it. So I'm glad I picked it up this time. I wore it yesterday. That's the first time I wore it, because I just picked it up 2 days ago. So I'm probably going to wear it at some point again. But that is everything from CVS. Now let's just move on to a couple of things from Marshalls. I only picked up a few things. Oh my god, I forgot to grab the dry shampoo. Give me one sec. Okay, so like I said, I got a dry shampoo, so we can start with that. So this is the Batisse Instant Hair Refresh Dry Shampoo in Sassy and Daring Wild. The wild one, basically. So they had these on clearance for $5. So they always have these big bottles of Batiste at Marshalls, but they're usually $8. The small bottles that you can get at ULTA are $5 regular price, or I think like $6. So I thought that this was a great deal to get double the products for $5. So I picked up one, and I've been wanting to get these for a while, but since they had this one scent on clearance, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going to pick it up for $5. So I go through the Batiste dry shampoos like water. I'm on my 4th one since I've started purchasing them. So this will be my 5th. So I don't love the scent of this one, though, as much as the coconut one. And honestly, Batiste dry shampoos leave such a white cast, but they do really work. They're really nice for the hair. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get it because it's so inexpensive. So I got that. Okay, and then I did get a couple of high-end products for really good prices. So the first thing that I got was a pretty good hidden gem. I don't think I've seen anybody find these unless, I mean, I haven't looked at Instagram lately. Oh my god, I forgot to grab the brush too. Give me a second. Sorry, I forgot to pick up one more thing. Okay, now we're ready. So I found the Bobbi Brown Luxe eyeshadow in the shade Metal Rose. And I believe that this is a older eyeshadow. And I always see Kathleen Lights and Young Wild and Polish talking about this one shade in Melting Pot or Melting Point or something. But these eyeshadows are like $40 a piece. And I got this for $12.99. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going to get this for $12. I went originally to find the Becca Aqua Luminous Foundation, but they didn't have any of those. But they have a ton of new stuff now. They have a couple things from Becca. They have a few things from MAC, the Ellie Goulding collection, the Ariana Grande collection. I found some really good stuff. I'm hoping to upload a Steals and Deals at some point, but I always feel like I need to find a lot more products before I actually can upload one. But I also found the Subculture palette. I found a couple of Too Faced palettes. So I think that they have been getting a lot more stuff in my Marshalls. I hit the Burberry jackpot the last time I actually purchased stuff from Marshalls. I actually stayed away from there for a while because they weren't really having that many things, and then they got a ton of stuff in. But I really wanted to grab this because, like, the last time I found a single eyeshadow at Marshalls was a Burberry one, but that one was like $20. So I thought that this one was a better deal. And since everyone talks about these recently, I really wanted to pick up one for literally, this isn't even half the price. It's like a third of the price. So this is what the packaging looks like. Obviously, it's like that single Bobbi Brown kind of packaging. I just love Bobbi Brown packaging. It's just so pretty. And this looked like it was virtually untouched. So I was like, I'm totally grabbing this because it still had the plastic on it and everything. So I was like, yeah, I'm totally getting this. So this is what the packaging looks like. And then it says Metal Rose on the back. And this was the only one that they had. They only had one. I couldn't find any other shades. This was the only one that I found. Maybe they did get other shades in, but not that I could see. So this is what the packaging looks like. So it comes with this tiny little mirror, which who is going to use this? And it comes with a little plastic overlay. And then this is what the shade looks like. So I was definitely happy that I found this. And this is the actual eyeshadow. It swatches really, really nicely, honestly. And it is pretty on the eye, but I did hear that these eyeshadows weren't like amazing for the price. And honestly, it's just a typical shimmery brown eyeshadow that, like, I don't see anything unique or special about it that I couldn't find in one of my own palettes that I already own. But I am glad that I could try it for such, like, a fraction of the price. I'm still on the hunt to find an actual Bobbi Brown eyeshadow palette at Marshalls because that's literally, like, the last eyeshadow formula that I want to try. And everybody always talks about that they find the Bobbi Brown eyeshadow palettes at Marshalls, but I haven't been able to find any at mine. But at least I found this, so I was really happy about that. So I got that. Then the next thing that I got, I've actually been hearing really good things about this as well, but this went to Marshalls so quickly that I was hesitant about getting it, but Too Faced has been sending more and more stuff to Marshalls every day. So I found this Too Faced Pure Gold Ultra Fine Face and Body Glitter infused with real gold in the shade Pure Gold. Like, you guys know, a few months ago, Too Faced came out with this whole Pure Gold line. And I guess they had sent some of the pigments to Marshalls. So I picked it up. And this was only $5.99. So I was like, that's a really good price to get a pigment. This was like literally $7 with tax. So this is what the pigment looks like. I really wanted to get into more pigments lately because I love my milk pigments so much. And I really wanted to try a loose one. And I don't have a gold pigment. So I really wanted something that was gold. So I was like, this is perfect. So I really won't buy or support Too Faced full price anymore, but I will buy it if it's like super on sale at Marshall. So this is what the pigment looks like. I'm not going to swatch it or anything because it is a freaking mess. But this is so gorgeous on the lid. It's so gold, obviously, because it's a pure gold pigment. Sorry if my eyeshadow's kind of fading, though. Like, the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette doesn't last all day. I was actually almost going to wear this today on the lid just so I could show it to you. But I have worn both of these twice already. And this kind of transfers. It's not like anything special on the lid. It's pretty, but it's not like, oh my god, I love it. This is awesome, though. So it is literally this color on your lid. It's so gorgeous. And it really doesn't transfer that much as the Bobbi Brown one to your crease, which is crazy because this is a pigment. So I love this. I am obsessed with it, and I can't wait to wear it again. It's so beautiful. So I'm so glad I found that. And then the last high-end thing that I got, this is the first and only thing that I've ever found from Kevyn Aucoin at my Marshalls. So this is the Kevyn Aucoin The Expert Mascara, and I actually thought this was in the shade Black, but it's actually in the shade Blood Roses, which is kind of like a reddish purple. But it actually looks really cool on the lashes, and this was also $12.99. So I thought they were pretty good prices. And it's Kevyn Aucoin, so this probably would have been like $35 full price. So this is what the packaging looks like. I'm really hoping that nobody had used this or opened it before I got it, because I found this at the register, because they've been keeping a lot more high-end beauty products at the register now rather than like in the aisles, because my Marshalls is so dang messy. It's like ridiculous. They haven't upgraded to like the plastic packaging yet, because I've been seeing so many Marshalls like upgrade to plastic packaging and keeping everything in actual packaging, because my stuff is always like super smashed and it's so annoying. But this is actually a really pretty shade, and it works with a lot of different looks. So I was actually going to go and return this, but since I've used it so many times, I've used it about 3 or 4 times, and I actually really like it. I mean, it's not the best mascara, but I think it's just cool because it's like a cool like color, so it's unique. So that's why I was just like, I'm just going to keep it and use it. But I'm hoping, like, I always see Makeup by Peta finding the Celestial Liquid Lightning, and I'm just like, why can't I find that stuff? Okay, and then the last thing that I got was the Real Techniques concealer brush. I really wanted to try out a new concealer brush. I'm not absolutely over the moon about this. It is nice to apply concealer, but I wanted something that actually could blend it out, and it kind of like is not that good at blending it out. I need like a super fluffy brush one. This one's just okay, but the Eco Tools one that I have is pretty much pooped out. This is good. But it's nice to apply it, but that's basically all I use it for, and then I just blend it in with my beauty sponge. My beauty sponge. So that is it from Marshalls. Now let's just move on to literally one product from Target, but I can only find this brand at Target. So everyone keeps on raving about this highlighting duo, or these highlighter duos, so I really wanted to pick it up, and this is the first product I've ever picked up from this brand. So this is the Pixi by Petra Glowy Gossamer Duo, and this one is in the shade Delicate Dew. So this is what the packaging looks like, and honestly, I was kind of like uninclined to pick up anything from Pixi because her stuff is so expensive for a like drugstore kind of brand. But Young Blonde and Polished kept on talking about this highlighter duo, and then I saw Terra Babes talk about it as well, that I was like, okay, I really want to try it out. So I picked it up. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's so cute with the green packaging, and it is really nice packaging for the price, and then it says Delicate Dew on the back. And this is what the two highlighters look like. So as you can see, I have used it a little bit. I used it yesterday for the first time, and I'm using it again today. And I mixed both of the shades together, and honestly, I'm not really over the moon about this. I don't know if it's just because of the way that I am applying it, but I don't know. I'm not like in love with these. Like, I feel like they're kind of sheer. Like, everybody's talking about like how intense they are and how beautiful they are, but when I'm swatching them, I don't know. They're kind of like not super pigmented to me. Like, look, they are really pretty, but I can kind of still see my skin poking through when I swatch them. I don't know if I'm the only person that actually feels that way. I'm going to try it out a couple more times, but I also feel like the glow kind of like fades a little bit. Like, it is pretty on camera and you can see it, but this is after me reapplying it. So I don't know if it's just the spray that I'm using or the way that I'm applying my highlighter, but I find that I like the Milani palette more and the Flower Beauty palette more than this. And I was kind of disappointed by this. It's always like the products that people super hype up are products that I'm kind of disappointed from. Like, I thought this was going to be really glossy and sheeny and intense, and I'm kind of not getting that vibe from this. I kind of have to like dig my brush in it in order to get like any pigment. So I don't know about this. I'm kind of still on the fence. So I will try it again more. But I'm actually wearing it mixed with another highlighter today. So now let's move on to just literally 5 things from Colourpop. I know I never like order like that little off of Colourpop, but there were just two new products that I was super intrigued on trying. So I wasn't going to pick this up originally, and then I was like, I know if I don't pick it up, I'm going to regret it if I don't try it out. So I, of course, wanted to pick up the Colourpop No Filter Foundation. So this is what the packaging looks like, and it says Fair 5 on the top. Of course, I picked up the lightest shade, and honestly, the shade isn't too, like, white for me. It's actually a perfect shade match, as you guys can see. I think it's a really good shade match, so bravo on the shade matches, Colourpop. So I'm going to take this out and show it to you guys. So this is what the packaging looks like. So as you guys can see, it's like a really nice glass bottle, which I really like. The only thing that I don't like is that this didn't come with a cap. But when I applied it, I actually really liked how it applied. And then it says the name on the bottom. I do like that it has a pump. It took about 4 or 5 pumps for me to cover my entire face, and I feel like that this foundation kind of dries quickly. It's actually very similar to the Fenty Beauty foundation, but it didn't feel as dry on my skin. It blends out right away, and it actually blended out really nicely on my nose. And honestly, it wasn't as horrible on my skin as everybody said it was. Like, a lot of people had mixed feelings about this foundation. So I did apply this about around 12 o'clock this afternoon, and it's around 10:50 right now. Granted, I did reapply concealer around my T-zones, but I kind of needed it, but it wasn't terrible. Like, it still looked okay. Like, it didn't look like the foundation like completely came off my skin, and it feels like nice on the skin. Like, now it's kind of bothering me, but it was nice and weightless on the skin. But from what I saw from Kathleen Lights and Tati, they said this got super oily. And honestly, I did get a little bit shiny, but honestly, it stayed pretty matte throughout most of the day. Like when I checked it at the mall, like a couple of hours after I was wearing it, it still looked pretty good. So I'm going to try it again tomorrow and see how I feel, and I definitely will update you guys in my favorites video about it, but I'm definitely going to wear it a few more times. Tomorrow, definitely. Thursday, I don't know if I'm going to wear foundation, and Friday, I'm just going to bring my Lancome foundation with me because that's my holy grail, and I know that's my favorite foundation because I'm going to Massachusetts on Friday, so it's the only foundation I'm going to bring with me. I'm not going to bring a new foundation, especially something that doesn't have a pump, because I don't know if this is going to go all over the place. So it's kind of not travel friendly because it doesn't have a top, so I think that's a little bit weird, but whatever. So that's the foundation. But it applied really nicely and it blended out really easily. Like, it really just didn't have that super heavy feeling that the Fenty Beauty one did. It didn't look mask-like either. It had full coverage, but it still looked like my skin. So I liked how it applied. Okay, then the next thing is another new product from Colourpop. This is the Colourpop No Filter Setting Powder in the shade Translucent. Again, I picked this up strictly because of Kathleen Lights, because she said that this was her favorite thing about the whole, like, complexion collection. Since they came out with the foundation, the loose powder, and the pressed powder, she said that this was the best thing out of the 3. So, of course, I was really intrigued on trying it, and also because I kind of just wanted to try a new loose powder. I haven't tried a new loose powder in a long time, not since the I think the Laura Mercier powder. So that was like years ago because I'm such a huge pressed powder fan. So I really wanted to try this one. Since it's only $10, you know, why not try it? So this is what the packaging looks like. It says No Filter Setting Powder. And then it says Translucent on the bottom. And then this is what it looks like. So it's just a basic translucent powder. And I tried it out today, and I really liked how it felt on my skin. I don't know how to really feel about it yet. I have to test it out a lot more, so I will update you guys. But it's nice, and it kind of just melts into the skin. It doesn't feel powdery at all. It looks a little bit powdery when you put it on, but it doesn't feel heavy like other loose powders feel on me sometimes, because I really just don't love loose powders on my skin. I feel like they make my skin feel very dry throughout most of the day. That's why I use pressed powders. Okay, and then the last things from the No Filter collection. Of course, I had to pick up a couple more shades of the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. They came out with a couple more shades for fair skin tones, and I had to pick up 2 of the shades because actually I'm kind of running out of mine, and I'm like literally have like this much left. And this is one of my all-time favorite concealers. I would only do this for my favorite concealer. It's one of my all-time faves, and plus since it's so inexpensive, it's not like it breaks the bank if I want to try a couple of shades. I usually never like pick up more than 1 shade of a concealer because I'm just not like that. But I really wanted to try a couple of the shades because I wanted to try it with the foundation. So I picked up 2 shades. I picked up Fair 2 and Fair 8. Since the shade that I originally have is called Fair 5, but then they said that's literally the lightest shade in the light range now, not in the fair range anymore, so I wanted to try some of the fair range. So of course, I tried out the Fair 2 shade today, and this was so nice, you guys. This kind of reminds me of my Urban Decay All Nighter Concealer, like the same kind of shade. So this one is Fair 2. I'm not going to talk about the formula because you guys know I love this formula, so I don't really have to get into that. It's just one of my all-time favorite go-to concealers. It's just an easy concealer to wear because it's not too, it's just, it's full coverage, but it's not, it doesn't really feel like the Urban Decay All Nighter or the Tarte Shape Tape. It's not like as heavy, and this one is in the shade Fair 8. And this is what the color looks like. This one is a little bit more yellow, so I just wanted to pick up 2 shades. You can't really tell the difference, but I guess I could wear this. I could wear either shade, so it's not really like a big deal. So I picked up both of those. And then the last thing, makeup-wise, I'm not sure if I'm going to show you guys the clothing, because I got a few clothing items from Lucky and from Spencer's today. So the last thing that I got, which honestly I'm kind of not thrilled about this is the Eva Gutowski Mermaid Glow Colourpop Face Duo. Now, I really wanted to try another blush from Colourpop, and I was like, oh, this one's on sale, and these are in the shades Golden Hour and Siren. It comes with a highlighter and a blush. So this is what the packaging looks like. I think it's such cute packaging. I have no idea who Eva Gutowski is. I just thought that the highlighter and the blush looked pretty, so I just picked them up. I'm like, whatever, I think it looks nice. So this is what the highlighter and the blush looks like. And the blush is really nice, but these both feel very dry. Like, this is kind of not the formula I'm used to from Colourpop, because I love Colourpop highlighters, and this highlighter is not very good. I did mix it with the Pixie by Petra today, and when I swatched it originally, I liked it, but I don't really love this on the face. Like, it is pretty. You can see it. That's a blush, and that's the highlight. I'm wearing the blush, and then I'm wearing the highlighter with the Pixie by Petra, and it's okay. But honestly, like, out of, like, the Colourpop Innuendo palette or the Colourpop Double Play Duo, this is very subpar for me because those are, like, some of my favorite highlighters to wear. The Colourpop highlighter formula is bomb. That, like, as you guys can see, it's not too glowy, but the blush is nice. And honestly, this was, like, $10 or something, so again... And I can't return Colourpop, so might as well make it work. So, but I believe that this was on sale, and it's like, now I know why this was on sale. But I was like, whatever, I wanted to try it out. That is it, you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know if you've tried any of these products, if you want to know my thoughts. Let me know if you tried any of these, please. I want to know your thoughts about the Colourpop foundation especially. I love you guys. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media. I am so tired. Goodbye.